Welcome back, my friends, to the Singularity. Let's get weird. I'm Danny. What are we talking about? We're going to talk about aging today. We're going to break it down. Why does it happen? It happens because there's this thing called the second law of thermodynamics. What is it? Let's explain. The second law of thermodynamics is the principle that a system loses energy over time. Think of stars. Think of your engine in your car. It burns a fuel. It will make an exhaust that's losing energy. Um, a battery will get warm. Like your laptop battery on your lap will feel hot. It's losing energy. Okay? You lose energy as a person. You're not separate from this. You are part of nature, my friend. Okay? So, this is called entropy. Entropy describes the loss of heat in a system, loss of energy. Remember, everything is energy. Okay? Think of humans as a structure. Okay? Think of them as just a structure. All right? And for this structure, it could be like a cell. For the structure to maintain coherence, okay? Coherence. It has to have the right inputs, the right signals. What is the signal? Okay? If you think about energy, again, it all comes back to energy, my friend. It's light. Okay? Light is the energy that creates all life on Earth. Okay? Now, if you're constantly losing energy over time, then you're aging. That is the act of aging. It appears to us as aging. So as a small child, your cells are growing at a very rapid rate, and they get to this point. And by the way, this is why babies are born with a lot of fat on them, because it's fuel, right? It's fueling their cells to grow at a very, very, very fast rate. So once you get to a certain age, then, as a young child and a teenager, your cells are really coherent, okay? They're able to keep energy very well. And the secret to this is repair, okay? If you could understand that sleep is repair, is the time that you spend repairing, okay? Now, once you start to decohere from this repair system, you'll start to have accelerated aging, what appears to be accelerated aging. But you also have variables here, okay? What are the variables? The variables could be your environment. It could be your genome, which I'm going to expressly say your mitochondrial genome. It's called mtDNA. And this could be multi-generational. It's generational. So meaning your potentially your mother's mother can pass on these traits from the environment they were in. And this also includes toxins that they're exposed to, non-native EMF, which is magnetic fields that aren't native, like all of the Wi-Fi and all of these non-native types of frequencies that are man-made, that haven't been here forever. Okay, we are used to the Schumann resonance of the Earth. It makes its own resonance. These man-made ones are just completely not natural to us. Okay. Now, all of these variables leads to a thing called heteroplasmy. Heteroplasmy. Okay, and what is heteroplasmy? Heteroplasmy is the amount of entropy you have in a certain system in your body. Okay, so what I'm saying is that as your body loses energy over time, the heteroplasmy rate in each one of your tissues or organs or cells and all can manifest as chronic disease. Okay, and think of it this way: think of this is the beginning of your life. This is the end of your life. Okay, you may be born with a heteroplasmy rate from any of these variables injected on top of what you may already have gone on as in your mitochondrial DNA. It could put you further along, so you could have tissues and organs and other things and cells in your body that are actually older than your birth, like a born date would be. So these tissues are already biologically older. Now, whenever you start to add in all of these other things like not getting enough sleep and repair, okay, it's going to accelerate the amount of heteroplasmy, and it's going to look like cancer. It's going to look like chronic disease, and it's going to accelerate you towards ultimately maybe death, right? Because it's not that you're aging this way, right? It's not like you're aging this way. It's you're accelerating this point to the point where it can't be in coherence anymore. And if it's not in coherence anymore with the nature, then it cannot repair anymore. And so it's going to keep losing its energy, right? It can't stop the entropy, first of all, but if you're actively helping it accelerate the entropy, then you're going to end up in a very bad situation. You're going to accelerate towards, it's going to appear like your time is shorter, right? It's going to move this shorter. It's going to appear like you're going to be here a less amount of time because you literally are, right? Now, how do we start to correct this, right? Our environment plays a huge role in this. If you think about how people lived before the AC, plugins in your house were in, no one really lived in a house that was always bombarded with these non-native EMFs, and we didn't have 5G. We didn't have all of these different things in that you can't physically see but directly impact our bodies. Now, when you start to add in all of these other things that we have, like our food, food is a big one. Now, we've got really bad processed foods, possibly, vaccines. All of these things, they add the unnaturalness to your body, and it can accelerate the heteroplasmy rate in your system, right? Now, how do we get out of this? And you probably have never heard of this, but there is a decentralized thought, okay, on health, and it's emerging. It's called chrononutrition. Chrononutrition. And this is based off of timing. Okay? And the timing is based off circadian rhythm. circadian biology. And what is that? This is tied to, let's just use this. This is tied to light, right? The sun coming up. The sun coming up right here. And we are on a clock from the beginning of the day, say 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And this timing is what creates the repair state, right? And if you miss this timing, if you miss it in the start of the day and you don't get the signal in your eye from the sun, then the repair crew is not going to be coming for you at night. And that's when it comes. So the way you can start to reverse this and become coherent again is catching the morning sun at 6 a.m. or whenever it comes up, getting that infrared frequency in your eye, which is going to start the process of the timing of your hormone release. It also regulates your metabolic efficiency in your body. That's going to start here. So if you're missing that, if you're getting up to go to work, you're missing the sunrise, you're putting sunglasses on your face, you're not seeing it, then you're not going to get the signal, okay? You're going to start to decohere from nature, and this repair mechanism is not going to start working. You're going to start to go every single day without repair. And what does that look like? It looks like you're dying, okay? And so now you go through the whole day, between 9 and 3, you'll have UV, which is important for vitamin D production, which plays a huge role in your health. And you want this signal all through the day, and then in the evening you'll get the same signal you got in the morning. It's the frequency coming through the earth, the heliosphere of the earth at a certain angle is why you see these lights at these colors, okay? And that's why it's red in the evening, because of the frequency. Well, this also starts the cascade of hormones that shut off, which is going to be your cortisol, because cortisol is a blue lit driven UV light in the morning, also during the day, hormone. That's going to come down, and then you're going to have your melatonin come up, because the signal for melatonin starts in the morning, the very beginning of the morning. And so if you don't get this signal, then you're not getting the repair process, okay? And then whenever you go to bed at night, you're here. What do a lot of people do? Let's think about this for a second. They'll be at home, they're on their phone, they're on a tablet or something with it this close to their face, scrolling all night. Big screen TVs. Those big screen TVs use this UV light, okay? It's a blue lit LED. What is that telling your body? It's telling your body that it's noon, okay? This is a big problem. This is how you start to mess with the timing. It's all about timing, okay? Folks, timing, paradigm shift. We got to relearn how we think about health. It's not about adding more energy. It's not about taking more supplements. It's not about taking more protein. It's not about taking this or taking that. It's about fixing the system, the root cause. It's about going back to we need to fix the timing of our system before we start adding anything else in it. All that stuff does nothing. It does nothing for you. It fixes nothing. You might feel a little better, but it doesn't fix the root cause of the problems you're having. If you don't have your circadian biology down pat, it doesn't matter what you do. Your timing is going to be wrecked, okay? And your repair, your sleep's probably going to be bad. How many people do you see complain about sleep? I see it all the time. But they're the people that are on their phones all night long, are watching Netflix and binge watching, and they have no clue. And then guess what? The doctor goes and gives them a sleep medication. That does nothing for you. It does nothing for you, okay? If you are decoherent from nature and you're not getting these light signals in your face every single day, then your timing is just messed up. And your repair crew is not coming at night to do what they need to do. You're not getting restful sleep, okay? Now, like I said, it's very important that when you start to understand circadian biology, it's about light, dark, okay? Light and dark, and timing. This is crucial, okay? You need to have the right light signals during the day. You need to have total darkness at night. And this will lead to your timing, okay? Your hormones wrecked, your thyroid's wrecked, all this stuff, guess what? They're going to give you medication. Does it work? No, it does not work. It may make you feel a little better for a little while, but it's not going to fix the underlying issue, guys. And this is what I'm trying to talk about now, okay? And this is all a process called photobiology. You could look it up. You could do some reading, okay? You could follow a guy that I follow. His name is Dr. Jack Kruse, okay? So all I'm trying to say here is that aging appears to be just something that it happens to us in our ever-changing experience. It just is what it is, right? You just get older and you got to go get testosterone, you got to go get this and you got to go get that. No, that is absolutely not true. I am telling you it's not true. You don't have to believe me. What you could do is you could say, let me ponder this for a minute. Ponder. Let me go ask some questions and let me find out for myself. All right? So, aging is not something that is just going to doom. It's not doom and gloom, okay? It's not doom and it's not gloom. It's not that. Aging is wonderful. It's just a race against entropy. Once you understand energy and entropy, you understand the universe. You understand how you could work with it, right? You don't want to be caught in the river. You want to be flowing in it. Flowing in it. Got it? Stay feeling thoughtful.